Da-da-da-da-da. Are we live? I think we're live. Let's see. There we go. No. How can I see this? No viewers yet. Mm-hmm. There we go. Yeah, we're live. Yeah, we're live. Cool. It's gonna be hilarious if nobody shows up. It's gonna be hilarious if nobody shows up. It's gonna be hilarious if nobody shows up. No, just once. But I've had live streams where I didn't promote it at all, and still people showed up. Hello, John Kermis. How are you doing today? We've got our first viewer, babe. Woo! Our first viewer, yay! So, yeah, that's cool. We're just gonna be waiting and seeing if other people show up. And then we can get this party started, I guess. Goedemiddag, goedemiddag. All right, that's cool. Huh? John Kermis. Frida wants to know where you are from. Where do you live? Where were you born? Where are you? What's your address?
No, that's not what I meant.
That's not what she meant.
Where are you looking from?
Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from, John Kermis? And we've also got Joop Boeren. That's here. He's from Holland. He's watching from Holland. And Joop, where are you watching from? Zaandam. Zaandam is so John Kermis is Zaandam. I forget where that is. It's a city in the Netherlands.
Okay.
And Joop is from Waddinxveen. That's also a place in the Netherlands. And oh, we're getting a third person, eh? A third person. Ice does rants. Ice does rants. Hello, Ice does rants. I hope you're doing good. Noord-Holland, Wassenaar. Oh, the viewers are streaming in.
Yay!
Come, Frida, come say hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Unfortunately, I can't be with you today because I have a work obligation.
Yeah.
So.
That you forgot about earlier.
Hey, no, I didn't at all.
Yes, he did.
Well, I knew it, but then I didn't know it. Then I knew it again.
Yes. So that's funny.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So we are having a little Christmas get together. And yeah, so.
Yeah. She's gonna be gone all evening, people. I'm gonna be missing her. Yeah.
You'll be okay.
I'll be okay.
You have
I've got my
all
friends.
your friends here, yeah.
I've got all my friends here. Yes, indeed.
Okay, well, I hope you have a lovely time, and I'll see you some other time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Say bye to Frida, everybody.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
In a minute.
Yes, in a few days. All right, let's see. Oh wow, we've got a lot of people coming in. We've got 7 viewers now. Let's see. Noord-Holland Wassenaar, Thai, how are you doing? Yeah, we're doing good. Hope you're doing well as well. Good luck. Wish her good luck. They're wishing you good luck.
Thank you.
She says thank you. John Kermis, groetjes aan Gerard en Lineke. I will do my best to remember. Yeah, so cool. 7 viewers, 9 viewers by now. This is going good. I have done live streams before. Hello, Bouwen in Zweden. Gaat het allemaal goed? Ja, jag talar svenska. Det är inga problem. Jag kan prata svenska flytande. Jag pratar bara svenska på jobbet. For the people that didn't understand that, Ice does rants just ask me if I can speak Swedish. I can speak Swedish. I usually speak Swedish at work. Frida is Swedish, but for some reason, we don't know why, we do speak English at home. But we sometimes speak Swedish with each other, usually when we have just come back from her family or when we just come back from work and we are just in the flow of talking Swedish. Then we keep talking Swedish for a little bit, but at some point we switch over to English for some reason. I guess we both just like talking English. So it's weird. Her name sounds like a Swedish name. Yes, it does. Frida, a Swedish name. So her surname is even more Swedish, but we'll leave that out for now.
Det kan vara så att jag kommer från Sverige och det är därför mitt namn är också väldigt svenskt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so you know.
She just said that it is possible that she is from Swedish, that her name is from Sweden as well. Sort of. I had this cup on so I couldn't really hear. What did you say?
Nej, men jag sa att jag är svensk.
No, she is Swedish.
Swedish.
All right.
Okay, time for me to drive off.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
All right. Now we can get this party started. The girl has finally left the room. Bye. Okay. Eens kijken. What are you guys saying? Jag också. Nou, wat bra dat u ook zo kan svenska. Hebben jullie ook van die Zweedse kaarsen? Swedish candles. I'm not sure what you mean by Swedish candles. Let me Google that. Swedish candles. Oh yeah. Do you mean that little triangle that you have in the window with the candle sticking out? We do have those. It is off. That's why you can't see it. I'm all the way over here now. There. Maybe you can see it now. It's in the window there. I hope that's what you meant. We have some of those. We have actual candles as well. They're on the dinner table that we light every time we are a week closer to Christmas. So yeah, we do have those. Let's see. Hey Steve en Frida, Les Vuls hier aanwezig. Hallo. Can you speak Swedish? Ja. Are you also from Sverige? No, I am from the Netherlands. My entire YouTube channel is basically about me leaving the Netherlands behind and now building up my life here in Sweden. In the past, I've done a lot of videos where I compared the culture from the Netherlands and Sweden and stuff, and how you immigrate towards Sweden and things you have to think about. But I've done most of those subjects already, and nowadays I am mostly just vlogging my life here in Sweden because I bought a church This is an old church building that I'm in. As you can see, this is the old altar. And now I just live in the middle of the forest in this small church. And it's quite fun. Oh, ja, die zwevende kaarsjes. Ja. Dat zijn gewoon... kon je hier... those floating candles, you could buy those at the dollar store. They're a little bit of a Harry Potter Christmas vibe. So that's, yeah, funny. Lolo kan också svenska. Hallo, hallo. Ljusstakare, yep. Do you mean ljusstakare? Correct. Men du kan lite svenska eller ganska mycket. I can speak fluent Swedish. So, yeah, that is, I can do almost any conversation in Swedish unless it becomes too technical. I don't know what car parts are called in Swedish, you know. Even nepkaars aan het plafond. Can you give Loki a shout out? Loki! Yeah, hey Loki. Hello Lolo. How are you guys doing? Hoppas att ni mår bra, Loki. So, today's live stream. Welcome everybody. So, today I did not have the time to make a normal vlog. Yeah, so I make a vlog, I publish a vlog usually every Monday at 3 o'clock, which means I have a week to make a vlog. And this week I had my long week at work, which I have that every third week where I work extra much. For those that don't know, I work night shifts at a youth prison, so a prison for children. And during these night shifts, I'm awake. So I get to work at 9:30 in the evening, and I get off of work about 8:30 or sometimes 7:15, depending on the day and stuff. So yeah, I have to stay awake, and I'm there the entire night, which means when I get home, I have to go back to sleep. And when I have my long week, I work 5 night shifts, which is quite intense, I tell you, because you have to throw around your schedule. And this week, I just happened to not have time to make a vlog. So instead, I decided to give you guys a live stream. So yeah, I'm hoping you guys are happy to be able to talk to me today, and I'll do my best to answer any questions if they come up. We can talk about Sweden, we can talk about my work, we can just hang out and talk about the YouTube channel. So yeah, basically ask me anything if you feel like anything. Let's see, Lolo. Hello, Lolo. Wait, I'm gonna come back in a bit, okay? I'm not gonna wait. I'm just gonna keep making this live stream. Anyway, so I think we'll be streaming for about an hour today. The live stream has already been going for 14 minutes. But we'll see. I'm gonna do it a little bit. I would love a super chat. It would be very nice of you if you did something like that. But you don't have to. But who am I to say no? Yeah, what was I talking about? So let's talk about the YouTube channel a little bit. My mom is the first in my family that started a YouTube channel. For those that don't know, my mom is a Dutch author. She has got a bunch of books out on the market, and she also started a YouTube channel, and that was quite popular. And people really enjoyed seeing her videos, and they also enjoyed seeing me in the beginning in the videos. Um, so I also decided, why not give it a try? And while doing that, I learned that I actually enjoy editing videos. Like, I edit videos in a program called DaVinci Resolve. And yeah, just going out there, filming stuff, editing it, and sometimes playing around, doing some special effects and all that kind of stuff. I kind of enjoy that. Like, before I ever started doing that, I enjoyed using Photoshop. Um, but Photoshop, you just make a nice picture and then you're done. But with DaVinci, editing videos and then publishing them on YouTube, you actually have an audience, and I get to show people this stuff. So I get to do something I enjoy, and then other people get to enjoy what I made. So yeah, I think that's one of the main reasons why I'm doing this YouTube channel. And Ice is saying that they forgot. They didn't have money left on the account. That's okay. But we're still saying hi. That's fine. I don't need any super likes or that kind of stuff. But if you want to contribute, that money will go back into the YouTube channel. I will make sure that stuff will actually improve the channel and be used in vlogs and stuff. If you feel like that, but like I said, you don't have to. Yeah, so that's the main reason why I'm doing a YouTube channel, just because I enjoy doing it. And it's also fun seeing people react, interacting with people in the comments, seeing what they think of the video. I am trying to keep it at least one video per week. Sometimes I do more, and sometimes I feel like I can get a little bit more creative with a video and do something with a little bit more B-roll and nice music and nice visuals. And other weeks I don't have that much time, and I just think of a subject to talk about with you guys. So yeah. So why don't you guys ask me something, or tell me something about yourselves? I know we've got a few people telling us where they're watching from. If you haven't yet, tell me where you're currently located, where you're watching from. Hello Elvin, how are you doing? Hoppas att du mår bra. Hope you're doing good. So yeah, if you haven't yet, tell me where you're watching from. It's always fun to know where the audience is. Ah, you are from Skåne. I've been there several times. There's this beautiful place in Skåne that is called Josefins Lust, I believe. It's a very beautiful beach that you have down there. It's a little bit of a hike down a cliff to get down there, but then it's a really pretty beach. Ska vi gifta oss, du, jag tillsammans? Are you asking me to marry you? Well, I'm flattered, thank you, but I do have a girlfriend, so sadly I have to turn you down. I do not live in Stockholm. I live in Småland, which is, if you know about the Swedish map, there is this big lake in southern Sweden, which is called Vättern. And at the bottom of this lake is a city called Jönköping. And if you drive 1.5 hours down from Jönköping, that is kind of where I live. So yeah, Småland. This area where I live is also called Smålands Höglandet. Småland translates to small country, and they call it small country over here because all the types of nature that Sweden has can be found in Småland, small country. So yeah, it's a really nice place to live. It isn't too far north, so it doesn't get too cold and we don't have too much winter. and there's still enough people around, but we still get to see all kinds of nature around here, so it's quite nice. I enjoy living in this part of Sweden. Oh, you've been here. Nice. Wil du bli gravid met mij dopap? I think Albin is interested in getting a child with me. Again, I'm flattered, but I do have a girlfriend. So I'm gonna have to turn you down, sadly. But I'm flattered that you seem to be so interested. Yeah, I saw that. Wij zijn begonnen bij de kampeerreizen van je ouders en via hun bij jou uitgekomen. Het blijft heel bijzonder om om in jullie leven te kijken en dat mag. Yeah, so I'll give you guys a quick translation. Joop just said that he started watching my parents' YouTube channel because my parents were doing travels with their motorhome back then, and through their channel they got to my channel, and I think it's quite interesting to be able to look into our life. I think my mom just tried to call me, actually. I think she might not be thinking that I'm currently on the live stream. Let me send her a message, see what she wants. Maybe she wants to say hi to the live stream. Let's send her. All right. Albin, I am flattered, but you need to calm down. You need to calm down a little bit. Yes, so again, my mom just, I don't know what she wanted. She just tried to call me. Let me ask her what she wanted. Maybe if she wants to say something to you guys. Yeah. So I told you a little bit about the YouTube channel. I can give you a little bit of an update about what's going on around the house. So we have been Christmas decorating, as you all saw in the last vlogs and videos. Just answering my mom here. I mean, you always gotta answer your mom, right? Anyway, yeah, we've been mostly decorating around the house. As you also saw in the last vlog, last few vlogs, we were working on that big flower bed in front of the house that was made out of rocks. The rocks that we dug out of the garden when we were planting the hedge. And the flower bed, I haven't done anything with it since you saw it last on the vlog, because to continue I need to go get a load of dirt and put it in there so it all stabilizes a little bit, and then I can start doing another rim of rocks on top of it. And yeah, but Frida's really excited for that really big flower bed so she can actually start planting some flowers in there. She really loves her flowers. If you want to do Frida a favor, you send her beautiful flower seeds and flower bulbs that she can put in the garden here in Sweden. But yeah, just a little hint if you ever buy her a Christmas present or anything. But yeah, so we don't have that much plans for Christmas right now. Frida and I have decided together that we're not buying presents for each other. Instead, we're gonna save that money and we're gonna do a weekend out. We're gonna book a hotel somewhere and stay there for 2 days and maybe make it a little bit of a spa moment where we just go to a sauna, get some massages, and just treat ourselves to a nice date for Christmas instead. And yeah, we're currently planning that. I don't know how much of that I'll be filming for the vlog. Maybe it's just going to be a me and Frida thing. Maybe I will film it, but you'll guys notice when we get there. But yeah. So, but we have decorated the house and the garden with all kinds of Christmas stuff. Can I show you the Christmas tree from here? You can't see it over there maybe in the distance. It's kind of hard to see when it's that far away, I think. Readjust the camera. There we go. Mede daardoor zijn wij 3 jaar geleden voor het eerst in Scandinavië geweest. We snappen nu waarom. Wat een rust en prachtig land. So Joop just said that because they were, one of the reasons they went to Scandinavia for the first time is because of our YouTube channels, and now they understand why we are here, because it is very peaceful here and very beautiful, and I really have to agree. Like, one of the main reasons why I decided to move to Sweden is because I really like the nature here. Like, when I was living in Holland, I was born in The Hague, Den Haag, and later in life, when I was around 11 years old, we moved to a city next to The Hague called Pijnacker. And then I lived there until we moved to Sweden. So grew up a little bit as a city boy, and then seeing this beautiful nature here in Sweden when I was following my parents along on vacations. Being here, I was like, this is a beautiful countryside, and the culture here is nice and calm. So yeah, I decided I really want to live in the middle of nature here in Sweden, and I think I really succeeded. Yeah, so I got a nice view here from my desk. You can see the forest. I don't know how easy that was to see right there, but yeah, the view from my desk out of my window is nothing but forest, and I love it. And when you're talking about the peacefulness here in Sweden, also very peaceful. Like, compared to the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, it feels like people are always fighting for their spot. And here in Sweden, people are just calm and wait their turn and aren't too stressed about life. I remember that when we had just moved here, we were talking to some other Dutch people that had been living here for multiple years already. And when they asked us, how long have you been here? We answered, oh, just 1 year. And then they said, oh, so you are still de-stressing. And that was so true. You were still, yeah, we were still de-stressing. We were still calming down. And I have to say, when I'm back in the Netherlands now, life just has a higher tempo when you're in the Netherlands, and over here it's just so much calmer, and it is so nice. People don't fight for getting the closest parking to the entrance of the store or being first in line at a store. People just have the time and wait their turn, you know. It's very nice. Joop says, weer helemaal groen, buiten boven nul. He translates to, it is green outside, is it above freezing? And yes, it is. We are having the mildest winter I've ever had since I moved to Sweden. I've never had this warm weather during the winter in Sweden before. It is kind of ridiculous, and a little bit sad. I do like when nature has a white coat. It is very pretty, very beautiful. But right now it is it has been above zero for about 2 weeks now, or maybe even longer. Um, Hello there, Casablanca, Stockholm. Welcome to the live stream. So yeah, this has been the mildest winter around here in my 11 years in Sweden. It is ridiculous to remember that I have had a winter here where it was minus 27 degrees Celsius. And right now, can I tell from here? I can't right now, but I think right now it's about somewhere between 7 and 4 degrees Celsius outside. It is crazy, but I'm pretty sure the plant life and the animals enjoy it. But at the same time, I wanted to go ice skating this year. I said to Frida this year that, hey, this year we should go ice skating on a lake, and because it's been a couple of years since I've been able to do that, because last year it was cold enough, but we kind of forgot. We had other things to do, so we never went out and did it. And this year I wanted to, but now it isn't cold enough. It's a little bit sad. So yeah, the weather in Sweden is very much a land climate. Like if you are from the Netherlands, you are a little bit in an ocean climate because you are so close to the coast. But here where I live, we have more of a land climate, and you can get that you can get an ocean climate in Sweden as well if you get closer to the coasts, of course. But over here, the winters are usually actually cold, the summers are actually warm, and the weather is quite stable. I feel that often in the Netherlands, the weather can't make up its mind. Like it's gonna rain, it's gonna be cold, it's gonna be warm. It goes up and down really fast, and then often it's somewhere in between. It is never warm or cold. It's somewhere in between. And in Sweden, it doesn't feel like it's that often in between. It's usually just cold or warm, except for this winter. This winter, it is definitely weird. It is really weird. People at my work are also saying this is a weird winter. But everybody thinks that after Christmas the cold will actually come and show up. So I'm hoping that is going to be the case, that the winter is just going to arrive a little bit later. I hope that doesn't mean that the growing season will start late as well, because we are excited to get working in the garden again after winter. Me and Frida are already looking for improvements for the garden. We're thinking about things for like grow lights for the greenhouse and heating for the greenhouse so that we can have an early start in there. Hello Theo, how are you doing? Hope you are doing well. Welcome to the live stream. So yeah, we are already looking at heating for the greenhouse, and I've just learned that there are special kind of heaters for the greenhouse, so we're looking into buying one of those. Still want to do a little bit of more research to see if they work the way I want them to, and how expensive they are and how well they work, or if there are other cheaper options. But my parents last year bought a power socket, one of those power strips, with a thermometer on it, so you can actually put in, like, I want it to turn on at this temperature and I want it to turn off at that temperature, and that is really cool. So with that in mind, I can use one of those power sockets in the greenhouse with a heater in the greenhouse, and then it can have a stable temperature in there, which is going to be great to start our garden in the year. It is 7 degrees here also in northern Värmland. We are preparing our skis and waiting for snow. Yeah, I'm hoping you're going to get some snow. Going out skiing is probably going to be nice. I've never gone out skiing before. In the Netherlands we had Snow World, and I did go there 2 times to try snowboarding, but I haven't done any winter sports more than that. But maybe one day, maybe one day. Frida has gone skiing before, but this is when she was still a child. So maybe one day we'll do it, but we both aren't super interested. But at the same time, you gotta try it at some point. So yeah. Um, Sorry, I'm gonna have to. Yep. This is the first time I had to block somebody. As you can see, their messages are hidden now. That person was kinda. Yeah, that wasn't very nice. Okay. The I hope most of you can't speak Swedish and couldn't read what that person was saying because they were a little bit bad. Anyway, jag vet, yeah, people are having a good time in the comments, I see. So, yeah, anyway. So yeah, I've never gone out and done winter sports in nature. There are a few ski resorts quite close to here, but I think they're not happy with the winter the way it is at the moment, because they aren't earning any money this year. They did have artificial snow makers, but I think when the weather is this warm, I don't think that will work really well. Kwad van pa, jij en Frida achterop op skis. Yeah, that's a good idea. So yeah, Joop just said that we could use my dad's ATV and on skis travel behind it, and that would be fun. I think that would be a fun activity to do, but we would need to buy some skis and we need snow to show up. Right now, there's no show. Show? There's no snow. Oh, jeez. People are asking to be blocked today, so I will be happy to oblige. We don't need those kinds of things happening in the comments, shall we? I don't know what's going on, why people are suddenly doing this. But we'll just continue on as if nothing happened. Theo, han talar svenska. Det är bra. Det är alltid bra med att kunna flera språk. Theo speaks Swedish, and I said it's also good, always good for somebody to be able to speak Swedish. So, yeah. Let's see here. I just realized that some people are getting through. Let's see here. Sorry, I have to do a little bit of work here behind the scenes. There we go. Yeah, I just realized I blocked people in the wrong way. I'm gonna block them correctly now, because they are being very obtuse. They're being bad. Good. Much better now. They're hidden from the channel, and later I will actually go into the background to block them because they were saying weird things. Let's see. Let's forget about that. What are people saying? Okay, back to normal. So 12 viewers. That is a good amount, I guess. Goedemiddag, goedemiddag. Ashas. How do I say your name? Ashas? As. 4558. It's an interesting name. It would be interesting to know how you would have to say that. Where are you looking from? Where are you watching from? Tell me where you are. Yeah. When I look at my YouTube analytics, I can see where people are watching from, and I don't get to see username lives over there. I just get to see percentages. So I get to see that around 70% of my viewers come from the Netherlands. Then about 10% of my viewers come from Sweden, and another 10% of all my viewers come from all kinds of places around the rest of the world. I remember when I did my 1,000 subscriber celebration video, I looked up how many countries actually watch my channel, and back then there were 75 countries that were watching my channel. So people from 75 different countries around the world. That's a high number. Like, I believe the official counts is in the 300s of how many countries there are. How many countries are there? Let's see. Oh, officially right now, depending on who you're following, there are 195 countries in the world. So, yeah, that is quite a large percentage of the world's number of countries that is actually watching my YouTube channel. That's just crazy. Yeah, I don't understand why so many countries are watching my YouTube channel, but hey, I'm glad you're all here and watching. Let's see, afkorting van Ons Aard en Marian vanuit Ameide, vlakbij Utrecht. Alright, got it. In Nederland Zutphen, in Delsbo, 6 months of the year. Hi, Mom. Hello, hi, Mom. My mom is in the chat, people. Say hi to my mother, everybody. You should tell her that she also needs to do a live stream, so you guys can have an interaction with her. So yeah, Leven in Sweden is my mom's YouTube channel. You should go watch her channel as well and subscribe to her if you aren't yet, because you get to see even more stuff about what it is like to live in Sweden. And my parents are doing their very best to have a good garden that feeds themselves, and they're doing a quite good job. I'm often needing my mom's knowledge on gardening stuff, since me and Frida have basically just started with our own. Als we ooit tijd voor hebben, zullen we dan zeker een keertje doen. So if they ever have time, they will do a live stream at some point. Is best veel, moet je toch iets goed doen. Dag, moeder van Steve. Yeah, Joop. Joop said that's quite a lot of countries. I might be doing something right. So yeah, I think so. But the number of countries that I have doesn't really reflect the number of subscribers. I have got a little over 1,700 subscribers. My mom's YouTube channel is doing a lot better. I mean, she's a more interesting person. She's got books and stuff and paintings and artwork and other things. So she's doing good. So I hope one day to get the same numbers as she has. And look at that. Everybody saying hi to my mom. My mom saying hi back. So if you're wondering why her name is green and why she's got my logo with a little funny face on it, that's because she's a channel member of my channel. My mom is, of course, supporting me, because that's the way she is. She's a great and supportive mom. So that's why her name is green in the chat. So just explaining that. Channel members usually get to see my vlogs a day early. So if you want to see my vlogs on Sunday instead of Monday, then you can become a channel member if you want. You don't have to, but that's an option. And of course, that pays me a little bit of money, but It's not much. It's not much. Like, it is just a little bit, but completely optional. Yeah, anyway, maybe me and my mom should make a vlog together soon again. It's been a while. Tomorrow, me and my dad, by the way, are going on a long hike. And this is the second time. The first time we did it, I didn't vlog it because I just wanted to spend some quality time with my dad. But tomorrow we're going again. We'll see if we can hike for maybe 20 kilometers. But at the same time, we're starting a little bit later in the day, probably. And the hike will... We're definitely going to be hiking for 10 kilometers. But hoping to do 20. So my mom is probably gonna set us at the place where we left off last time, and we're gonna start following the Hooglandsleden. And I'll see if I can vlog some of it for you guys this time. And the reason me and my dad are doing this, because we are training for something special. I don't want to give away why yet, unless they did it in their vlog. I don't think I heard them talk about it in their vlog yet, but yeah, if we actually do what we're training for, it's going to be quite awesome. I am quite excited to go do this with my dad. And my mom is saying nope, they haven't talked about it, so it's still a secret, so that's good. Haha. You guys don't get to know. And if you want to know, you're just going to have to just subscribe to my and my mom's YouTube channels, so you get to hear what we're going to be doing. And with any luck, it's going to be somewhere around August that we're doing this, or maybe a little bit earlier. But if we don't get to do it then we're going to be doing it somewhere in 2027. But that just gives us more time to train. But yeah, I'm hoping we'll be able to do it. Would be nice. Yeah, I have to stop. I have to stop talking about it because otherwise I'm going to give too much away. But yeah. Oh man, talking for an entire hour is difficult. I've been talking all nonstop right now, drinking water to keep my throat lubricated, but coming up with things to talk about is difficult. My mom says, "What are your Christmas plans?" Well, she's late to the live stream. I've already talked about it, so she's just gonna rewatch the live stream when it's done. You guys know, haha. She doesn't. Yeah, Joop. What we are doing does need a little bit of training. Mostly hiking and walking long distances and getting our cardio up a little bit. And I think that's more than enough information for you to start guessing what we're going to be doing. Gaan jullie ook nog een beeldcamera in de tuin plaatsen? Yes, you probably have seen that in the... Sorry, let me translate the question first. They ask if we are going to put a wildlife camera in the garden. So I have got a wildlife camera in the forest right now, and that camera is basically in our garden. It's only 50 meters away from the house, and my garden is 163 meters long, but the camera is in the other direction, so it's actually on somebody else's land. Don't worry, I have their permission, but it is not far from the house. If I happen to look where the camera is, I can actually see it here from my desk, and so I could potentially see the animals that are in front of the camera when they're there. And then my parents have an actual wildlife camera, something called a trail cam, and my parents they will allow me to borrow that from them, and I think I'm just going to put it in the forest next to the camera I already have, so we get multiple angles. But maybe one day I'll also put it in the garden. But I don't think we're getting that much wildlife in the garden. I don't see that much evidence of it. when there was snow in the garden at the beginning of this winter, I did see animal tracks in the garden, but it was mostly just rabbits and badgers and stuff. There weren't any big tracks from deer or moose or anything like that. So I think a wildlife camera in the garden won't be that interesting unless you just want to see some bunnies. I think what we are filming now in the forest, the fox that is there almost every second day, a badger that comes by at least once a week, deer all the time, is a little bit more interesting. And I'll tell you a little bit of a secret. I've already filmed a group of wild boar on the camera. So subscribe and keep watching the vlogs, because that will be shown in an upcoming vlog, probably next Monday's vlog. Yeah, so things that I have filmed already are some wild boar, I think another fox encounter, and you will see those on next week's vlog. Oh, Joop is also asking about the football. So let me tell you a little bit of background information for the other people that aren't aware. A while ago, I found a football in the forest. And so I took it, and that had become the football as a toy for the dogs, for my parents' dogs. Whenever they're visiting here, we can kick the ball around a little bit. And we forgot about this football. We just left it in the garden. And at someday, this football disappeared from the garden. But we didn't notice because we had forgotten about the football. And then one day I was just out in the forest across my desk, hiking in the forest, just, going for a little nature walk. And I found the football over there, which means some kind of wild animal took that football, played with it, and took it in the forest. And that was pretty cool. That was pretty awesome. So people have been suggesting that I take that football and put it in front of the camera that I currently have in the forest. And I'll tell you what, a few days ago I actually did that. Or actually the day before yesterday I did that. So the camera is right now the football is right now in front of the wildlife camera, and it would be amazing if we actually get to see a fox or something go play with it. So I hope that will be a great video that we actually get to show on the vlog. Fingers crossed, everybody. Ga jij ook nog een wildkamer in de tuin plaatsen? Ja, daar hebben we het over gehad. Ligt de bal nog in de tuin of bos? Yes, hebben we over gehad. Hebben jullie al geruild met de buurman, dat stukje bos? Ah, yes. So, somebody here is wondering if we did a trade with the landowner next to our house. So the idea is that at the far end of my land, we have a little piece of forest that we are not using. We are very rarely there. It is not a piece of land that we can make into a garden or something. It doesn't have much of a use. So me and Frida had an idea that I can trade that piece of forest for a piece of forest that is closer to the house. And that piece of forest that is closer to the house is actually the piece of forest where the camera is hanging right now, where the wildlife camera is hanging. So the plan was that that piece of forest where the wildlife camera is would become ours. I did a lot of research into this, and to be able to do something, you have to work with a service called landmeteriet, which translates to country measurement. And that service is, I have no other way to say it, corrupt. Sadly. It's a very harsh word, but I feel it's a little bit true. Because they are the only people that are allowed to do land measurements and move land borders around. And they get to set their own prices. Now, this would be okay if they told you what it is going to cost up front, but they don't. So imagine if you want to buy a bottle of water, right? And you get to the store and you go to all the bottled water, and there is no price there. But they say you can do it, and the price is going to be somewhere between $100 and $1. And you go like, okay, a bottle of water is usually not that expensive, so I'm guessing it's going to be on the lower end. And then you buy the bottle of water, and it's going to be the 100. After you get the bottle and you can't return anymore. So this is happening all the time. When I did my research, it seems that Landmeteriet, more than 50% of their services that they do end up in a lawsuit because the price is so high that their customers can't pay it. And they will not, under any circumstances, tell you up front what their service is going to cost. And which just leaves the doors wide open for corruption in my mind. This is crazy. This is also very known. The Swedish government knows about this, but they're just not doing anything about it, and I don't understand why. People are complaining about this all the time. I've heard people that got lucky that that they wanted to move a border, or that they wanted to sell a small piece of land, and they got to do that for around 5,000 euros. But that was a very easy task for Landmeteriet to do, because they just had to create a new border. In my case, they would have to look at 3 different property lines and then move multiple borders around, which is a lot more work. And I'm afraid that for my case, it's going to be a little bit too complicated, and that we're going to end up with a price that is far beyond what I can pay. Because they say that they say that the price can be between anywhere from 50,000 Swedish crowns to 100,000 Swedish crowns. Translated roughly to euros, that's anywhere between 5,000 euros to 10,000 euros. But they do put in text very clearly that it often can go over 100,000 crowns, 10,000 euros as well. And that's not the kind of money that me and Frida have. Now, the landowner next to us is a very nice guy. I've got a good relationship with him. And he is willing to just trade the land. We've talked about it with him, and he's willing to just do a trade. So he doesn't need us to pay for the land. He's happy to take my piece of land that we don't use, and that I get the same amount of land back closer to the house. And we really want to do this, but we don't want to throw away money to a corrupt agency. That is just stupid. So we're not doing that. So that's a very long story to answer your question there. No, we have not done the trade, and we will sadly not be doing that unless I win a lottery ticket or something. And then maybe even then it's a bad financial decision to do something like that. Now you might be asking, if your neighbor is just okay with it, why don't you just do it unofficially? And yeah, he will be okay with that as well. He's actually said that he's okay with that. But at the same time, that just leaves the door open for trouble in the future. This man is quite nice, but he's also on the older side, and his health is, how do you say it in a nice way? He's not the youngest person anymore, and I'm thinking, what if we start extending our garden onto his land, and he passes away or decides to give his land to his children or something. And then suddenly his children decide that they want me to pay rent or restore the forest in the way it was. And I don't want to deal with those kinds of situations. It's very nice of him that he allows me to do these things. But I am not taking him up on the offer just to make sure that I don't have problems in the future. All right, next question. Binky en Indy, de honden van Lineke, spelen nu met die bal. Is it true? Are they in front of the camera? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't see them over there. So I don't know if you missed it, but that football is in front of the wildlife camera that I have in the forest right now. Aw, look at my supportive mom. Isn't she sweet? Here, people, I said it before, and now there's proof. My mom is a very nice and supportive mother. And with that, we have talked for an hour now. The live stream has been going for an hour, and I think this is a nice ending celebration started by my mom. Keep it up, she says, and I'm gonna stop. So everybody, subscribe, like this vlog, like all my videos, watch all my videos. There is so much videos for you to watch. I've got way over 500 videos about my life here in Sweden. I'm willing to bet you haven't looked at all 500 of them, so why don't you go through my videos and see if there's anything you haven't seen, because I think there's something in there for everybody to enjoy. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and see you all in the next time. Hopefully on Monday I'll have an actual vlog, and maybe this week I'll make an extra vlog because I missed this Monday, but we'll see. I will promise to make some shorts this week. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here in the live stream. Thank you for your questions. See you all next time. Bye. Now, how do I turn this live stream off? Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes, I am sure. Bye.